sooner or later.
As we are about to find out, it's okay to focus on that loss and then turn into something positive. Cody, our favorite life coach, explains how.
Absolutely. Cynthia Bazin, thanks for coming in. I really appreciate it. When we lost our friend Jason Maloney, who's our producer and everything, and it's been really tough around here, really tough. So I thought I'd ask you to come in and maybe teach us how to, turn loss into something positive. How can we do that?
Yes. First of all, thank you so much for having me on, and I'm so sorry for everybody's loss here, and so many heavy things going on right now, right? So this is pertinent to everything. So, grief, everybody goes through it differently first, I just want to say, and there's a different timeline on when things are going to become a little bit lighter, but with the right support and the right tools, it can become lighter and better. So I'm going to give you, some tips today to help move through the process.
All right, let's go. All right, first things first. What's
the first thing is that talking about it is therapeutic.
Okay.
One of the things, and I'm sure we all do this at times, is that I'm going to handle it myself. I just need a little time for myself. And what do? We kind of push down the emotions sometimes.
Yes.
We internalize it. And what does that do? You think that it might be, not bothering somebody, but those emotions and those feelings, not talking about it, eventually they're going to come right back up, right back up.
Sometimes in weird ways.
Very weird ways. Not good ways for yourself or others around you.
Okay.
So the first tip is really find someone that you can talk to, that you can trust. Sometimes it's somebody that's really, really close to you, and sometimes someone close but not so close outside of the situation, right?
Okay.
So somebody objective, somebody that, that doesn't know you, that well, and that you can talk about things transparently and authentically.
Okay.
So it's different for every single person, but you got to talk it with somebody, and sometimes with everybody that's going through the same thing, because you all can relate.
Okay.
So, and also talking about it, what does it do? It also brings up positive memories sometimes of those people that we lost. Sometimes we're so focused on the grief, but when just talking about it, doesn't it take like a 500-pound weight off your chest?
It does. It
Once
really
you just
does.
speak it out?
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little
I've
bit.
noticed this, especially in this last situation, is like the stories have really got me through. Okay, what's next? I'm feeling better already.
You're
What's
feeling
next?
good? All
I'm feeling
right.
good.
The next one is that, it helps you get your life in perspective and remove some stuff maybe out of your life. So doesn't like when you lose somebody, right? When this recent loss happened, doesn't it sort of like put life in perspective? It kind of shocks you into reality that life is short. And I know for me, sometimes, when that happens, it's like, what am I doing with my life? Why am I wasting time on certain activities or something like that? So how do you turn this grief into something positive? Maybe you simplify your life. Maybe you really get focused in on priorities. So focusing in on people, activities that actually mean something, and kind of removing wasteful stuff that really doesn't mean that much.
Yeah, quit sweating that small stuff.
Stop. Great. Yeah, we're going to talk about that too. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next.
All right. The next thing is opportunity to help others. Again, through grief, I know for myself, people that I talk with, they go, gosh, I wish I spent more time with that person. I wish I knew them better. Wish I was kinder. You know what I mean? That sort of thing. So again, grief is a long process for some, but how can you move through it is kind of channel that energy and go, okay, how can I do things better? How can I become a kinder person today? How can I be more present with my spouse or my kids or people at work? And you know what I mean? That just really focusing in on, doing good for others and appreciating people while they're here.
Yeah.
Okay,
we got 30 seconds left.
30 seconds left. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Authentic relationships. I find this all the time. A lot of people find this out when people pass on. They go, gosh, I didn't know that about that person. I really didn't get to know that person below the surface. So how about deepening relationships? Instead of saying, hi, how are you, how you doing, and just having these on the surface conversations, go below the surface. And the last one, incorporate a new positive habit into your life. Like, for example, for this recent loss, what did, that person have for an awesome habit that you could incorporate more into your life? Taking life less seriously, having a sense of adventure, making people laugh, which you do already. But you know what I mean? Like, isn't that a great way to honor somebody?
It really is.
By taking something positive about that person and incorporating it in your life.
Thank you very much. I feel like I learned something today. It's always good to see you, my friend.
So great to see you.
If people want to get in touch with you or follow you along, I'm telling you, she's a great follow on Twitter. But
thank you.
What do they need to do?
Yeah, just reach out to me on my website at smartchick.me, SMARTCHIC.me, and I'd love to help some people. And I hope this helps some people today.
Yeah. I'm telling you, like every day I look at my Twitter and I'm like, okay, everything's going to be all right. Cynthia says
everything's going to be all right.
It's going to be all right.
Yes.
Thank you very much for it.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate that. All right, there you go. Over to you.
All right, thanks, guys. Let's get you caught up on those roadways. Good morning, T.
Morning. Let's